Coming up, coverage of the annual Jesuit Jam.
Plus everything Winter Olympics.
I'm Ella Murphy.
And I'm Quinton Days.
All this and so much more.
Rambler Sports Locker begins now. Wow, our first time in the big chair in front of the big camera. Do you have anyone tuning in for our first broadcast?
It's funny you ask, Quinton, because I already told all my friends and family I'd be sending them the video. Hi, everyone.
Okay, then we might be on the same wavelength. But I do have one extra special person. Hi, Mom!
First up, we have Sinead Buckley with the Rambler Rundown. Take it away, Sinead.
The men's volleyball team had a big game on Friday against Pepperdine. It was a very strong game with exceptional performances from Alexander Sosa with 14 kills and Daniel Fabakovic with 12 blocks. Unfortunately, after an intense back-and-forth end to the third set, the Ramblers were defeated in straight sets. However, the following day, the Ramblers bounced back for their first at-home win, sweeping Quincy 3-0 with a very strong offensive performance. On Saturday, the men's basketball team lost 71-59 to Duquesne, and the Ramblers were handed another defeat at the annual Jesuit Jam on Tuesday.
Win or lose, the Jesuit Jam is always a fun event. Next up, Kim Flores is here to tell us about the iconic jersey retirement of Derrick Rose.
Thanks, Ella. Last Saturday, the Chicago Bulls honored Derrick Rose by retiring his #1 jersey at the United Center. Rose, a Southside native, made history in 2011 when he became the youngest MVP in NBA history, leading the Bulls back into championship contention during the 2010-11 season, and re-electrifying the franchise after the Michael Jordan era. Although his injuries did cut his 2012 and 2013 season short, his impact on and off the court is sure to last. He represented the city's grit and resilience, carrying the pride of his hometown every time he stepped onto the court. The decision to retire his jersey recognizes both his achievements and his lasting influence on the Bulls organization and the city of Chicago. With his #1 jersey now hanging among legends like Michael Jordan, Jerry Sloan, Bob Love, and Scottie Pippen, the franchise officially recognizes his contributions and solidifies his place in Bulls history. In a fun twist, Benny the Bull joked with fans prior to unveiling of his new #99 jersey during the Lakers game. With his jersey now retired, the city celebrates Derrick Rose's legacy both on and off the court. Now AJ Lee is here with more on the Bulls' current situation.
The Chicago Bulls, in classic Chicago Bulls fashion, are sitting at 23-24 and the 10th seed in the East. Now, who could have predicted this except for everyone ever? However, just because they're sitting around 500 right now doesn't mean they can't improve. With the trade deadline rapidly approaching, the Bulls sit at a crossroad. Should they blow up the roster and stock up on future picks? Should they go all in and trade for a big name? Or do they do nothing and make the play-in tournament and lose in the first round? Those are the three most likely options, and I believe that they should trade most of the core in hopes for a better future. I think that the team could haul in 5 or 6 first-round picks for players like Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, Ayo Dosunmu, Zach Collins, Kevin Huerter, and Trey Jones. I think that they should make Josh Giddey, Manas Buzelis, and Noah Essingwe untouchable, as that is the start of a core that they can actually build around. Now, do I think the Bulls will actually trade all of these players? No. Do I think they trade a few? I sure hope so. For Rambler Sports Locker, I'm AJ Lee.
Thanks, AJ. Sounds like the Bulls have an opportunity to make some good moves. Speaking of roster moves, Joe Mangold is here to give his review on some big signings in the MLB.
Hello, Ramblers, and welcome back to a new episode. Today, I am giving my grades on the 4 biggest signings in Major League Baseball free agency. Starting off with the local signing, Chicago Cubs signed Alex Bregman to a 5-year, $175 million contract. I give this an A. Bregman adds massive hitting power and talent that allows the Cubs to stay in contention for a World Series. Next is Bo Bichette to the Mets. And honestly, despite how good Bichette is, I think 3 years for $126 million is just a bit too much for someone whose projection didn't even equal that. So for that, I got to give this one a C. The Mets look like they are rebuilding, and I'm sure if Bichette is going to be that star power for them, not too sure at the moment. Now, next is former Met player Pete Alonso. Alonso signed to the Orioles for 5 years and $155 million. This is another A-grade signing. The Orioles are in a middle-of-the-pack kind of team at the moment, and adding a star like Alonso could give them the exact boost they need. Lastly, and surprisingly the least, Kyle Tucker. Tucker had multiple options where he could step up as the star of many rosters. and he chose to ride backseat to Shohei Ohtani and the star-studded LA Dodgers. He will be a solid add-on, but for 4 years and $240 million, I got to give this a C-. All it shows is that Tucker would rather ride backseat to the stars than shine on his own. From Rambler Sports Locker, this is Joe Mangold. I'll see you all on the Ramble, and let's hit this back to the anchors.
Thanks, Joe. Now, with the Winter Olympics coming up, Luka Cejovic will be putting our reporters to the test to see if they have what it takes to be Olympians. Let's see what happened when AJ Lee and Elizabeth Long went head-to-head in a skeleton race.
My name's Luka Cejovic with Rambler Sports Locker, and today we bring you a special segment from the East Quad at Loyola's Lakeshore campus in Rogers Park. Today, I'm joined by RSL contributors AJ Lee and Lizzie Long, who will be competing in our very first skeleton competition. As we gear up for the Winter Olympics of 2026 taking place in Milano Cortina, we look forward to bringing you some obscurities from the sports that are offered in the Olympics. Today's choice, the skeleton race. What will happen is each one of these two contributors will step on a sled and see how far they can go going down this little mini hill in front of Cudahy Science Hall. Lizzie, you are by trade a soccer player, correct? So
Yes.
athletics is something that's been a part of your life for quite some time. How do you think that's going to help you in today's competition?
I think that's going to help me a lot today. I already hit legs in the gym, so feeling extra ready, extra strong, ready to go far down that hill.
AJ, you're from Ohio, so the cold is not a stranger to you, right?
I'd say more of an acquaintance. You know, Chicago cold, that's like
It's
a different beast.
Great dismount by AJ. Straight line, and he uses the momentum of his arms for a groundbreaking run. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. AJ, that is unbelievable. She goes with the run-up. An interesting tactic following AJ Lee's line, but falling short of the end. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the champion of the day, AJ Lee. AJ, what a performance. You really came in clutch on that last run. What emotions are going through your head right now?
Pure. You know, quite frankly, sometimes you just need a little wind. Sometimes you got to go play in some snow. Shout out James Winston. So, you know, I had a good time. Thank you for organizing all this.
Of course, my pleasure.
Always fun to sled down a hill, so yeah.
Thank you so much for competing, AJ, and thank you for a wonderful performance. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as a special treat, by the popular demand of our contestants, I, Luka Cejovic from RSL, will be sledding into the sunset. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time on the Olympics.
Oh, look at him go!
Thanks, Luka. Coming up next, we have an exciting game of trivia on the Winter Olympics. Take it away, Joe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ramble. I'm your host, Joe Mangold, and today I'm with Luka Cejovic and Elizabeth Long. Now, as we all know, in the next coming weeks, the Winter Olympics are finally starting. Elizabeth, what's your favorite Olympic game so far?
By far has to be skiing. I love skiing, so Michaela Schiffer and Lindsey Vonn are going to do so well this year.
All right, Luka, how about you?
You know, skiing's a great pull. I'm a big fan of the ski jump. I think it's one of the most incredible things that anyone can watch.
All right, great answers. Now, for that, we are doing Winter Olympic trivia. Starting off with the first question, how many states are going to be represented from the USA in this year's Olympics? Keep in mind, they didn't fully know what I told them what the questions were going to be.
That's a really good question, Joe.
Yeah.
Are we doing Price's Right rules? Over doesn't count?
I mean, if you're close enough, we'll go with that.
Just
because
get it right.
Wow, shots already fired very early on. All right, if you two are both ready, let's show them to the camera. The answer was 32, which means in this context, Elizabeth is closer, so she does get the point. What?
32?
Oh my God, I am doing.
I'm off by
Sorry.
3.
I mean, I appreciate it.
All right,
Now
clearly.
we see that the fix is in, okay? AJ, I'm right there with you,
Hey,
man.
well, all right. Well, Luka does get the point. We're doing a new setup, so I'm learning it all. You know, old timers struggle a little bit on learning things, so you gotta give me a little
It's
bit
hard
of a break.
to teach an old dog new tricks,
It
Joe.
definitely is, but you know what? Man, I just don't even know what to say to that. All right, now for one that's definitely gonna throw you guys off. How many pairs of siblings are representing Team USA? Yeah, there is a stat line on this. That's the thing. I might be an old dog, but I know a lot more than you two right now. So
Wait, I know one.
the math is off, but the numbers are there.
Can I name what sports they're in? For more points?
Well, the old dog doesn't know what sports they're in, so
I do.
I won't know.
A lot of
if
good
that's
is going to
true.
do
Okay,
you.
then never mind.
I won't know if that's truth. All right, you both ready? Let's show them off.
I went with my lucky number.
Well, and this time I do know the math. Elizabeth is closest. The answer was 4, and yes, 2 is closer
Wait.
to 4 than 9 is. Just so you
2 siblings, 4 people. I can't do math. Yeah. Wait.
No, you were right.
Okay.
No, the questions are a little jumbled today, folks. This is. We're doing good though. We're doing good.
It's okay. 1-1. Tie game. Neck and
All
neck
right.
here. Neck and neck.
This one, I'm excited to see your guys' reaction to this.
All right.
Abby Winterberg from Truckee, California, is the youngest Team USA Olympian. How old is she? Remember, closest age. And hopefully I know the math this time. If I don't, well, I apologize to the viewers. All right, let's show them off. Elizabeth is actually right on the dot. It is 15 years old.
Let's go.
Which means it is 2-1, Elizabeth to Luka.
All right.
And you're struggling here a little bit.
Hey, come on. Cardiac
close,
Chicago.
though.
Cardiac Chicago coming through.
All right. Now, this one's actually a crazy stat line that I only found out recently. What sport has athletes moving at 90 miles per hour and is considered the fastest sport on ice? I don't think anyone's going to get this. And if you do, you know what? Then good for you.
I have a hunch.
It's a very entertaining sport. Now, some might have said Luka covered it, but I don't know if that's exactly it. All right, you guys both ready? Let's show it off. Is actually not correct. It actually is luge.
Yes.
I am so sorry.
Skeleton is a one-person luge.
It is, but
I have
we
a
gotta
high
be technical
school
on
friend
this.
who does luge.
You know this.
Shout out Ellie.
Look, numbers, yeah, we can kind of be a little.
This is rigged.
throw 'em up
This
with.
is rigged.
You know,
That's
I
what
wish
I'm
it
going
was
with.
sometimes, but honestly, I've never rigged this.
That is true.
I've been offered. I will say that much. By who? I'm not going to say.
Not me.
Now,
Obviously
one more
not
question
me.
out. Let's throw the 3 question out here. We still got time on the board. Where are the Winter Olympic Games being held?
You want just this year or the past?
No, just this
Couple
year.
years.
I don't need the last decade because I know you studied it, and I apologize for that one. They studied more than they needed to. Wow, you showed it early.
Okay.
All right, well, you are both actually correct. And I hate to say it, that question really didn't matter that much. I just kind of wanted to see if you two actually knew what you were talking about because Liz is the winner. 4-2. Which means
Good game.
Well done. Well done.
such great sportsmanship out of these two. Which means for once, now we have a new championship continuing 2 times. You've given AJ a run for his money. Now you're giving Luka a run. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm just really good at memorizing stats. That's all I do during class. I just look up 2026 Winter Olympic stats, and I just memorize it all day. I've already forgotten half of it, but hopefully keep us going.
See, I am actually focused on what we're learning in class. So, that's why I was I had a
Shots fired.
short-handed effort here.
You know what? Shots fired at the end, but all in the end. Great job from both of you guys.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done,
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
Again,
good
just
game.
great sportsmanship between you guys.
Thank you, Joe, for having us
Yeah,
on.
it was great.
Even though it was rigged.
Luka, Elizabeth, thank you guys for being here, of course.
Thank you.
Now, let's skate this one back to the anchors.
Thanks, everyone. I'm excited to see the Winter Olympics opening ceremony. I doubt I could compete in such cold climates. Well, that's a wrap for this episode of Rambler Sports Locker.
To stay up to date on all things Rambler Sports, be sure to follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at Loyola RSL, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From all of us here at Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Ella Murphy.
And I'm Quinton Days.
We'll see you next week, and don't forget to turn off the lights.